Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the experimental skills here, okay? Because once you started the any research here, okay, we are going to reach at the end of your research, okay? That time, what we need to do that one, whatever we got the results, that one, no, we need to verify that one, right? To verify that results, okay, that results are going to be called as experimental results only, okay? Then question comes in your mind that how we are going to verify that results, okay? Whether you met the all the research requirements or not, okay, whether you whatever you developed that from the research that is going to be worked or not, okay, whether it is going to be reached your requirements or not. For that reason, no, we need to do the experiment skills here, okay. In the previous class we discussed that one the related to conducting the systematic research survey also, okay, how we are going to conduct the research survey, okay. We explained that one, okay. Briefly I will go once again here for in that 1 or 2 minutes, okay. Conducting systemic survey mainly is still related to the first I said this one to do go for the very good literature survey, form on team also, okay. Formulate a question, okay. Once you develop a particular question here, develop and register the protocol, okay. Systematically search for the research with respect to the objectives also, okay. And whatever the data is related required for your project, okay, collect the data extraction, okay. Process the data in a, you can say the data synthesis also we need to do that one, means synthesis in the sense that whatever you want the data separations also, okay. All these things we discussed in a previous class. Afterwards we studied that now what exactly we are going to do in a scope of the literature, okay. Instead of going once again in detail that one, briefly go for the uh, scope the literature, okay, in a systematic review, okay. There is a substantial research question should be there, okay. Several empirical studies have been published, okay. There is unnecessary about the results, okay. Wherever uncertain results are there, no, for that reason we need to go for the research survey here, okay. Now afterwards we discussed about the how we are going to form a team also, okay. How we are going to formulate the question, how we are going to develop the and register the protocol here. Afterwards we studied regarding systematic search of the literature survey also, okay. At least two reviewers required, and how where exactly we are going to collect the sources and all these things we discussed in the previous class, okay. Once we done this one, okay, the search process should be documented as, okay, where you exactly you collected from the database here, okay, where date of the search also, search terms, which terms you are used to search in the Google, all these things. Now I said this when I study we discussed that, right? Whatever limits you applied, that number of relevant publications also, everything you are going to document that, right? Afterwards data extraction, okay, as I said earlier, okay, once you got the full data here, okay, make one standard format for the data, okay, keep in a separate way, right? At the end, friends, we discussed about data synthesis also. Okay, mainly it is including or excluded studies according to the quality appraisal. Okay, appraisal here. The analysis of the data results should be initially begin with the simple descriptive evaluation of each study also. Okay, often presented in a table. Everything we are going to do that one. Interpreting the results and presenting the review as I said earlier. Okay, now in the sense that friends, what exactly I want to say that in a systematic research survey, okay, everything should be systematic. It means that why you are doing, okay, collect the data from where you collected, when you collected, whether it is required or not, everything we are going to do that one in a systematic way, right? Okay, wherever you get some problem here, we are going to press the more time on that one, again we are trying to get understand like that, right? It is about the conducting systematic survey as we discussed in the previous class. Today what we do, today we are going to discuss about the experimental skills here. Okay, assume like this. Okay, before going further, I will give one small example here. Okay, you you have taken one project. Okay, you did the systematic survey, you did the literature survey, you did the data collection. Everything is ready now. Your research methodology also ready. Then you got the results also. After that, you should test that your results. Yes or no? If you want to test that one, which on which criteria, or you can say it's on which basis you are going to search that one, check your project or your research idea is going to be fulfill the requirements here. For that reason, they are going to give some experimental skills here. Okay. Now, first before going for this one, what is meant by the experimental method here or the experimental skills here? Okay, Friends, as I said earlier, experimental method is also a method. Okay, please concentrate here. It is a systematic and scientific approach also, as I said earlier in the first class only. Okay, research, if you are able to do that one, that should be in a systematic and the scientific way, that will help you to gain the knowledge in a precise information about a particular task here, right? Like that, this is also systematic and scientific approach to the research, in which the researcher manipulates one or more variables and control and measure any change in the variable. Okay, what exactly they are telling here? Assume like this, in your system. Okay, it is taking the two or the three variables, or you can say inputs here. Okay, it's going to give the inputs here. One time will give only one input, is going to check the result of the second time. It will give the group of inputs here, he will check this one. Okay, afterwards what he will do, he will change the value of the variable, again he will give input to the your system, that what it is going to produce. That all these things, no, he was keep on measuring that one. Okay, once he measured that one, he is going to restrict that, he is going to store in a somewhere in a table or the in a particular database there. Afterwards he will try to analyze that one. Okay, for this input I got this result, for manipulated input I got this result here. Then he is going to conclude that one, or you can say this one, in the strict sense experimental research is what we call as is a true experiment here. It means that we give the inputs for the different variables. Okay, we are going to change the uh, variable values also. Then we are going to observe that one, right? How the system is going to behave here based on the inputs here, right? Then he is keep on noting that. This much only get understand. Now, one more person, what he is telling, that experimental research is a research conducted with a scientific approach, 100%. Okay, as and scientific as well as systematic also, and he is using the two sets of variables, 100%, as I said. One will be the standard set, another one will be the manipulated variables also, or you can say set also. Standard variables, what exactly it is going to give the results here. Manipulative variables, what it is going to be give the results. Once he found that both the results, he is going to check this one. Okay, he is going to measure the difference between two sets here. Whatever got he get the differences, no, he is going to note down that one. Then he is going to be compared with the results there. Okay, if it is done, no, he come to know that whether I am in the right path or not. Okay, my system is working correct or not. Okay, if he fails somewhere, that one he will thinks to change the research methodology. Otherwise he might be take the more inputs also, he might be take the decision, my system requires the more training also. Okay, anything, in the sense that he is going to take one decision there. Okay, he is going to restrict there. If he got the very good results, okay, definitely he will be very happy and he will proceed for the next step now. Okay, now after this one, friends, we are going to discuss about what are the different skills and the strategies are related to the experiments here. Okay, because here also we cannot do that one in a any other way. Okay, we are going to have some standard strategies also. Okay, some skills also there. Okay, how? Whenever you are going to go for the experimental research, my friends, always use the scientific theories. Okay, and explanations to develop the hypothesis. Right, simply I'm not never going to test that one. If you are doing in a chemical industries, okay, or in any biogas here, if you done without any knowledge, no friends, without any scientific theories, that one, that may be very harmful. Okay, recently we saw, okay, we saw in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, some biogas weapon will be leaked, that one, due to some mistake, something. Okay, if it is happened during experimentation, no friends, that makes a very harmful effect to the society. Due to that reason, whenever you are going to do the experimental, okay, you should follow the scientific theories only, and explanation to develop the hypothesis. This is a mandatory. Right, now, second thing, planning experiments to make the observation, test hypothesis, or explore the phenomena. 100%. Whenever you are going to go for the experiment, plan that one. Okay, for this stage, okay, I will give this input only. For second, this one I will give for this only. Third one, I'm going to this one. Every step, please have a observations. Okay, why I'm telling you, friends, if you want to do some experimentation with the atoms here, okay, atomic bombs also. Okay, is it possible that one at the end only we are going to experiment that one? We are going to invest. Okay, otherwise you can take a very good example with the satellites only. Okay, how they are going to develop that one, no? Phase by phase, phase by phase, they are going to check that one. Yes or no? Otherwise, they are going to spend around 100 crores for that one satellite there. Okay, without experimentation, without testing. Okay, in between or with the basis of the phases there, if they're done at the end only, there will be very huge loss for the country. Due to that reason, what they are telling, plan the experimentation. Okay, make the observation with respect to step by step. Okay, then everywhere you make some phenomena. Okay, for this phase, no, I got this results whether it is correct or not. For second phase, it's correct or not. Everywhere we are going to do that. Okay, now third thing, applying the knowledge of range of techniques and materials to select those appropriate both for a field work and the for experimentation. Okay, if you are having the some chemistry related or the organic related experiments are there, okay, that time also we need to discuss that one. Okay, what kind of the materials required for the testing also. Okay, if it is required some there, if you given the any other else, that one, no, again it is going to be problem, that we are not going to get the good result. Due to that reason, material selection also very plays a very important role in a experimental design there. Okay, now carrying out the experiments appropriately, having due regard to the correct manipulation of apparatus. Yes, as I said earlier, that one, once you design, okay, once you set the all the inputs for your experimentation, okay, we are going to manipulate the variable values here. Okay, first time I will give the, say this one, the variable value is 10. Okay, what the system is going to detect. If I change that variable value to 11, what it will be there? If I set to 9, what will be there? Okay, because friends, if you are doing some experimentation related to the temperature, or you can say this one, the environmental condition, every time you are never going to get the same environmental condition here, it might be get vary in a range, that one. Okay, we are going to test our hypothesis, our results, okay, with the range of inputs also. That inputs, how the system is going to behave, no, that also we are going to consider that one. Okay, we are going to observe that. Once you observe that one, mention somewhere in your results sheet. Right now, recognizing when to apply knowledge of sampling techniques to ensure any samples collected are representative here. Okay, now this is also very important here. Okay, as I said earlier, okay, phase by phase. Okay, if you want to do that one in a combination of phases also, that also okay, but you should have the prior knowledge about that, knowledge about the experimental skills here. Okay, sampling techniques also. Sometimes what happens, friends, okay, if you develop the two pages, you are able to get the results when you combine the two pages only. First page we are not going to get that one. Okay, observed results we are not going to get. During that time we are going to combine them both. Okay, now after that, making and the recording observations and measurements using the range of apparatus and the methods. Okay, everywhere. Okay, once you got the any results here, make carefully observation how the system is going to react. Okay, once you change the variables, how it is going to react, that one. Okay, observation and measurement, everything we are going to observe and we are going to measure that one, and we are going to copy that one. We are going to make the records for that one. Okay, because next time if you given the input, so whether your system is going to behave same or not, that also we are going to check here. Okay, now at the end of it, evaluating methods and suggesting possible environments and further investigation. What they are telling here, once you've done this one, no, okay, after observing all these things, we are able to get some decision here, or I am going to get some conclusion there. Once I get the conclusion, no, I need to give further investigation. Okay, otherwise I said this one, stop here only, it might be get harmful for the society or the project, it cannot be get completed here. I'm able to take some decision also. Otherwise we are able to take the diversion from the research methodology, because as I said earlier, don't follow the single research methodology. Instead of going for one, we are always we are going to keep some alternatives also. Okay, we'll try with the alternatives, right? Now afterwards, once we can conduct experimental research in the following situations. How we are going to conduct the experimental research here? How we are going to conduct? Simple. First thing, I am going to take the variable. Okay. Every time in a variable behavior between cause and the effect. As I said, we are going to take the variable list here. Okay, we give to the inputs. Okay, we'll check the results of that. If it is going to cause anything, if it is affect anywhere, I'm going to go for the research. Otherwise, what happens here? If every time it is going the same result, then no need to go for that one again and again. Yes or no? Yes or no? If a system is behaving irregularly, then only I am going to go for the experimental research in a experimental research. Otherwise, not required. Okay, my system is working very fine, sir. No, not required anything. If it is behaving irregularly, okay, for one input it is working different. For the same input, if it is working different, that time it might be having some problem. Okay, it requires the experimental research there. Okay, second thing, time is a vital factor in establishing a relation between cause and effect. Time also. Okay, response time is plays a very important role there. Yes or no? The response time is very, means if it is keep on changing, that time also required. Okay, I will give one good example here. Okay, if you develop on any one software, once you given the input for same software, okay, it is going to give the results in a microsecond, say so 10 microsecond. Sometimes same input, okay, same input it is going to give in a 15 seconds. Why? That depends, no friends. Okay, that depends on your configuration of computer also. Okay, some computers, laptops, they are having 8 GB RAM, others having 4 GB RAM. Okay, some people having 16 GB. Okay, processor, that depends on some processor also. Okay, how much your software is going to take that one, how much required also. If it is behaving giving different response time, that time again we need to get that. Okay, at least I require the 20 MB of main memory. Okay, at least I require the 1 GB of main memory. Okay, if you are working in an industry, you are going to get the 20 GB. Okay, like that you are going to get for the RAM or main memory there. Okay, because little bit light heavy weighted softwares are there. Okay, means every time once you created the objects in Java, okay, all objects are going to be stored in main memory only. If you not kill that one, no, it is going to be acquired that. Okay, but we are not going to think that one before installing our software. Directly we will install and we start running. At the end we are going to say, sir, my software is not giving responding well. Okay, if that conditions occurred, we need to test that in everywhere. This is occurred, this occurred, this occurred, means experimentation is required now. Now you wish to understand the importance, cause and the effect. Okay, what they are telling again, developed one system, you are having the inputs there. Okay, keep on giving the inputs. Okay, I need to understand that one, whether it is going to affect or not. Okay, whether it is going to give correct results or not. Okay, whether it is going to cause or the effect also. All these things, if you keep in your mind, during that time we require the experimental research there. Okay, what they are telling, during that time only we need to go for the experimental results there, right? Now what are the different types of you can say, what are the different types of experimental design? Mainly friends, we are having the three types of experimental design. One will be the pre experimental research design, second one will be the true experimental research design, third one will be the quasi experimental research design. Okay, we are going to explain that one by one now. Okay, pre experimental research design, what it is. Okay, first I will read the definition. A group or various groups are kept under the observation after implementing factors of cause and effect. You will conduct this research to understand whether further investigation necessary for these particular groups. What they are telling, in a pre-experimental research design, a group or a various groups are kept under observation. 100%. We said no. We are going to take the different groups here. All the groups we are going to get observed now. Okay, and after implementing the factors of cause and effect. Okay, first what I will do, friends, assume that this one in your project now or in your research area. Okay, it is having the four groups are there. I am going to keep that one four groups separately. Okay, after implementing that one, I will keep some uh, what observation on that. Okay, after implementing the inputs or the factors to that one. Okay, you will conduct this research to understand whether a further investigation is necessary or not. Okay, now concentrate. What they are telling, pre-experimental research means, okay, wherever in your project, if you are having the group or various groups, okay, all these groups should be get under the observation. Okay, after implementing the factors here. Okay, after that one you are keep on going to get understand, okay, whether it is affecting or reacting correct or not this group. second group is reacting or not correctly, this one is going to react or not correctly. If you are keep on observing that one, you may get some solution, or you may get some idea for the investigation, whether further I need to research on that, or everywhere we got the correct results. Okay, not required. I hope you are understanding it. Okay. Yes. Second thing, how we are going to do this one. Okay, we are going to make this in a different three parts here. One will be one shot case study research. Okay, one time only I'm going to create one test case for all the groups here. I'm going to read that one. We'll give one test case. We'll check the results working fine or not. Working fine, well and good. Otherwise, we're going to check the one more test case there. Okay, one group pre-test. Okay, post-test research. Okay, for one group I'm going to give one input here before implementing the ideas. Okay, pre-test I'm going to do, after post-test also, then that observations I'm going to be recorded. Third thing, static group comparison. That also simple there. Okay, it means that pre-experimental test means that we are going to make the different groups here. We are going to give the different inputs also. Everywhere what we do, that one we are going to keep them as observation, how it is going to be react and how it is going to impact that one. Okay, once it is changing the behavior, we are going to observe them. Okay, then we are going to take the decision whether should I proceed further for the investigation or the my research. That second thing. Okay, true experimental research design. If you have any problem sense during the pre-experimental research design, if you are having, please let me know that one. Okay, the things we are going to be cover that. Okay, the second experimental research design is we are going to cover in a next session there. Okay, thank you.